शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमां आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणां पुस्तकधारिणीं अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारां महान् हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां जाड्यान्धकारां महान् हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने।
धन्यवाद। मैं पुनः मंच पे आप सभी को आमंत्रित करता हूँ। इसके पश्चात समय है स्वागत का। आज के हमारी जो प्रवक्ता है द्वितीय सेशन की श्रीमती मनीषा शर्मा मैडम, मैं इनके स्वागत के लिए मोहम्मद रफीक सर को आमंत्रित करता हूँ कि पुष्प गुच्छ देकर मैडम का स्वागत करें। महाविद्यालय के निदेशक आदरणीय डॉक्टर वी के अग्रवाल सर के स्वागत के लिए मैं देवेंद्र यादव सर से निवेदन करूंगा कि वे आए पुष्प गुच्छ देकर सर का स्वागत करें। मैं श्रीमती शशि शर्मा मैडम का भी स्वागत करता हूं, जो हमारे साथ वर्चुअली जुड़ी हुई है यूएसए से। इसके पश्चात महाविद्यालय के कोषाध्यक्ष श्री अजय नानी सर के स्वागत के लिए मैं वैभव इंग्लिश सर को आमंत्रित करता हूं। महाविद्यालय के सचिव प्रशासनिक अधिकारी डॉक्टर अमित कुमार अग्रवाल सर के स्वागत के लिए मैं पुनः रफीक सर से निवेदन करूंगा। हमारे साथ डॉक्टर मधुलिका अग्रवाल मैडम हैं, मैं उनके स्वागत के लिए देवेंद्र यादव सर से निवेदन करूंगा। महाविद्यालय की आईपीएससी कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर डॉली पांडे मैडम के स्वागत के लिए मैं कुलदीप सर से आग्रह करूंगा। स्वागत की श्रृंखला को विराम देते हुए मैं अध्यक्षीय उद्बोधन यथा स्वागत भाषण के लिए महाविद्यालय के निदेशक आदरणीय डॉक्टर वी के अग्रवाल सर को मंच में आमंत्रित करता हूँ।
मंच पर आसीन हमारे विषयों के वार्ताकार, हमारे अन्य अध्यापकगण, शोधार्थी और छात्रगण, मैं आप सबका इस महाविद्यालय में स्वागत करता हूँ, नमन करता हूँ, अभिनंदन करता हूँ। जैसा हमने देखा यह विषय बड़ा प्रासंगिक है, बहुत सामूहिक है, और कल हमने जब लोगों को सुना तब लगा कि एक ऐसा वर्ग है जो कैसे मन में उपेक्षित होने बात प्रभावित करता है। यहाँ तक कि जन्म देने वाले माँ बाप भी उनको नहीं चाहते। इन चीज़ों को देखकर ऐसा लगता है कि इनके लिए कोई और विशेष योजना बननी चाहिए। जैसे सादा होता है जहाँ कोई माँ बाप ना हो, लवारिस बच्चों का बनते हो, यहाँ लवारिस नहीं बच्चे, पर इसको किनारे बनाया जाए जिसमें कि ऐसे बच्चे जन्म लेते ही बजाय समाज की और बच्ची रहे, अगर वहाँ आके उनका लालन पालन हो और बड़ा हाई टाइप हो, क्योंकि अगर किसी को भगवान कोई चीज कम देता है तो उसकी बुद्धि और उसकी चीजें अलग ताकत देता है। तो कहने का मतलब ये है अगर इनका विशेष लालन पालन किया जाए, इस समाज के लिए गौरवशाली सदस्य बन सकते हैं। तो मेरा मतलब ये है कि हम उपेक्षित नहीं रहेंगे, समाज की उपेक्षा नहीं रहनी पड़ेगी, ये अलग रहेंगे, अलग किसी का लालन पालन होगा और एक समाज में अच्छे साल मनाएंगे। हमने एक चीज और देखा है, शायद आपने महसूस किया होगा कि माँ बाप की तो रुचि लग रही है, आप नॉर्मल लाइफ में भी उनसे बचना चाहते हो, ट्रेनों में आते हैं, लोग मांगते हैं और मांगते हैं तो कई बार वो ज्यादा जोर जबरदस्ती करते हैं और दीजिए, ऐसा लगता है अगर हमारे सामने ना आए तो ज्यादा अच्छा है। उनका व्यवहार जरा टफ इसलिए हो जाता है क्योंकि उनकी जोर जो बच्ची जोड़ रहा है। तो इन चीजों को बचने के लिए मेरा ऐसा ख्याल है कि इनके लालन पालन और आगे जीवन यापन के लिए भी हमको काफी कुछ करना पड़ेगा, सोचना पड़ेगा, मनोवैज्ञानिक पे भी विचार करना पड़ेगा। और ये हम समान है, आज जो हम काम कर रहे हैं, आगे चल के जैसे जैसे समाज और सरकार जागरूक होगा, हम उनके अच्छे के लिए काफी कुछ कर सकेंगे, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। अब समय है आज के सेमिनार को प्रारंभ करने का, जिसके लिए प्रथम सत्र में हमारे साथ श्रीमती शशि साहू जी अमेरिका से जुड़ी हुई है और इनका जो सेशन है वर्चुअली होने वाला है, इसमें मैं अभिनव अग्रवाल सर से निवेदन करूंगा कि वो आगे को कोऑर्डिनेट करें।
थैंक यू अभिषेक सर। मैम जस्ट मिनट में Let me introduce ma'am first. Ma'am's birthplace is Utai, Patara, Patan district. She completed her schooling from Durgapur, Bengal, as her father was transferred there. She did engineering from Rumta College. She has been working in Chicago for 13 years. Ma'am has over 17 years of in actor. Currently, ma'am is working at Bank of America, as a Scrum Master position in Chicago. So again, ma'am, I welcome you and also wish you Happy Women's Day. We are very eager to hear you. I would like to apologize you for keep you waiting, ma'am. As our formalities were there. Yeah. So again, ma'am, I welcome you and just request you to start your session, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, everyone. And thank you, Abhinavji. So, yeah, am I audible? Let me know if you're not able to hear my voice. So yeah, good morning everyone, and it's really an honor to speak on topic that it really holds and the immense significance in in shaping the future of the society. Today's topic, I mean, the workplace opportunities and the challenges. And before I go deep dive into that one, I would like to wish everyone a happy Women's Day to everyone. So I know, the education, before I start, the challenges and the opportunities, before that, I feel for everyone, since for the men or women, the education is very important. So since it's today women's, we can talk about that one. So I believe you know, why education is important for women. It's just not for herself. One woman, if she is educated, she can educate her family, entire communities, and entire world. So that is where the education must be there. It's just not to the 12th pass and all, but beyond that, whatever she wants to pursue in her world. So when you are well educated, you are more independent and you are more decision making. You know what decision is right or wrong for your family, for yourself, for anybody. So I feel everyone should be very well educated with that one, and that's where your right career will start. you know so never get compromised with what you want to achieve in your life. Once you have a right education, you can decide your own career, where you want to go in future. you know and I believe now the women's are, they are ruling over the world. So yeah. And before that, here lots of women are sitting, they know what the challenges of women. So these are the very common challenges which we are facing in today's world. So first, first I feel, which is the first challenge, is the gender bias and the stereotypes. So as a woman, what I feel, like, due to the social, normalities, by default, they will have a lot of expectations. They will not see, I think, women's abilities. They think like the women's, they can do, they are equal responsible in the professional life and in the personal life. So that is the one I feel, these stereotypes we need to break in. We can't be perfect in both the areas, the professional and the personal life. And what are the second challenges? Unequal pay. Do you all believe unequal pay? Other women are paying the same amount like what the men's are getting it? But I have heard in many places, when not in the position, not in the initial career, but as you go higher up, when you are in like the director or executive director position, by default, the women's salaries are lower than the men's salaries. And that is there. So they believe, like, that is by default. So that is again one of the global issues. It's not only in one country, it's everywhere. It's here also. So yeah. So, and that is like the finance independence, that, and where we lack it. So we need to break that stereotype set. So first is the gender bias, and the second is the unequal pay. And what is the third one? It's very common. It's one is the harassment and the safety concerns. And that is there, and maybe we don't know because we don't want to discuss about all those things. We feel because there are so many retaliation about that one. There are so many social norms, so we don't want to speak about that one. You're right, the harassment part and all. But when you will say the safety part, again, those who are working in BPO is like, night job where the women, they go it, and it's really a lot of safety concern about those things. So girls, they women, they are facing issues over there. And I believe those who are working, those who are taking those type of the career, definitely it's not a wrong career for the women. They can do any kind of job, they have the rights to do, they can do work in the night. But when we are talking about the safety concern, because of that one, those women, they are dropping their careers, they're not able to do their job. So that is another one of the challenges in the workplace that we face it, any women. And yeah, the third field, I feel the limited leadership opportunities. uh, I don't think so. When the people says the women have, limited leadership opportunities, I don't feel so. Like we have a limited, but where we are lagging, why we are not getting the same leadership, why we are not going till the director or the executive position, why to any companies here also. Here I'm working in Bank of America. So here, if I will see, out of 30 people, we have hardly one or two women working in higher position, in higher leadership. Why it is happening? Because see, when we are joining the companies, right, anyone, when we start our career, men and women, you will see there are equal numbers of men is there and women is there. But what is lagging behind when we are growing up? You know what? The thing is that women has a challenge, like after the marriage, and after the pregnancy, we have a career break, right? We started our career in a maybe a very high pay rate than where the man was started. But the thing is that the soon we got the marriage and we have our, the pregnancy, and then we have a maternity leave, and then we have a career break, and we started seeing after our kids, right? I don't know how many people you are getting your family support or maybe from the company support, but due to the lack of the family support, even though we need to see our families, right? Women think by default like it's women's responsibilities that they need to look after their families, right? Have we ever heard about the about the men's they have a career break? Any men, they do they have a career break of 1 year or 2 year, 3 years? I believe no, right? I believe the women's, they do have a career break. It does not go like a 2 year, 3 years. It goes like a 10 years sometimes. And and you started your career after when you left the when you left the college, when you were 18 years, 19 years old, and then you started again career after 10 years. So can you see that difference of the 10 years? We join as a fresher. So again, you are starting your career in the same place as a fresher, but the men who joined your career with you, who joined the job with you, they are in a very high level position. They're already in the director or the leadership position, but still you are struggling to get into the job. It's not just you are struggling to get that position, director. You are struggling to get that position. So that one we really need to understand. So what is important for that one? Work-life balance, why the women's are always feel like, no, she needs to believe like, we need to do equally. Like, I believe like a lot of women has come here and they do have first cook the food and they would have come here, but not the men. I believe it. Why that social norms is there? There's nothing wrong if woman is working. I'm not against that one, but that is a by default expectations from the women. That is where I think that's a little, I feel it's in a wrong way, and that's the thing, and that is the main reason, in the top leadership, when you will go for the executive board or any the board of director position, out of the 10, maybe there will not be a single woman, or maybe out of 30 there will be one woman, so that is the one. So definitely we need the family support and all. So I feel these are all the challenges, and these are the very basic common challenges, and this is a global issues. It is not just for one place. Maybe for some countries, it can be the more, and for some other countries, like for here, It can be less, but again, but the expectations wise, the girls versus boys, it's the same. So it's a global issues. So we need to work on that one, right? So these are all the challenges. What are the opportunities? So I have seen in many now the government companies, anyway, it was there already. And if you will see for the most of the private jobs, they are already giving the 6-month paid maternity leave. And that is the one good thing. They are giving more flexible work hours to the women. They are working on that one. They are working in the gender equality in the companies. So I have seen the many companies, they do hire only the women. And I have seen the here, I mean, most of the consultancy, they are only working for those women who have a career break, so they are again giving them opportunity to work here, to again start their career. It can be anything. It can be the finance, it can be the health industries, it can be anything. So here I have feel that there are the lots of the opportunities. If you really want, you can grab it. So we need to work on these opportunities the worldwide. Even though if you have a career gap, they should have given a second chance to work on that one, and that will really help it. How about the entrepreneur field? I feel there are now the many women, a very successful women. I think one of the sugar industry CEO, she built it from the scratch. So even, and it's not only in one field, it's just not, they are breaking the stereotypes. So they are like in the media, in the healthcare industries, in the finance, and they are in the technologies, they're everywhere. So entrepreneur wise also, I have seen the many women's, they are utilized, they are going in that way. So that is one the positive things for the women's, leading it. Yeah, as I said, the education skills and the development. Initially, what was happening, there was one only, like, they think like only for the women's, there are only, a very few careers were defined for the women. No, this career is good. And in that way, again, the same thing, you can do the professional life and the home life, the personal life, you can balance it. So there were very limited opportunities for women. Means, a very limited, they were taking the path, only career is good for the women, so you should go for it. But now you can see, are the women are only limited to one thing? No. If you'll see the technologies industries, if you will see the NASA, there are so many NASA, if NASA also so many women are there. Or you can see anywhere like technology, NASA, you will can see again the media, again the entrepreneur. So they are breaking, again, they are not only, so they are choosing their career. So here the gender equality is there. Now you can see where men's are there, the women's are also choosing the same career opportunities. So what is changing? How they're getting it? How they're deciding it? This is all because of the women empowerment. This is all because of the education we are understanding. And definitely the world is changing. And I feel due to the family support, the people are understanding, and due to the family support, even the men's are handling. Here, if you'll see, men's, they do the hand chores, they do the housework and all. That is by default. Like how in India it is by default, right? When you are going, like, it's not in India, I think it's the basic things. Even though if you're going to, like, there is one proverbs, I don't know whether you have heard or not. Even though if you're going to moon, before going to moon, you should make 4 parathas for them. This is only for women. So this is what the expectation. But now I feel there are many family support is there, and that's why the women are, they are, I think they are progressing in every field. So that is there. And the third thing is the global networking and mentorship. I think women are doing so many. I can see here lots of women are there. I can see like they are doing more mentorship programming. They are more involved in the networking work, and believe me, they are doing very good in this the networking and the mentorship program. So they are really strong support for the system worldwide. So if we, this is all the opportunities which like I just went through before this seminar. So when you will see, when you summarize all the challenges and all the opportunities, anyone can find a conclusion for it. The women's are more expected for the work-life balance. That is the, I feel, one of the challenges for the women, and that one we need to break that stereotypes by family support, by the in work in company, by the team support. If you have a good team, if they do understand, they will support you. And you know what's the best part happened in 2020? I know the corona. I know for many it's not good. Corona brings many, many disasters. But beside from that, if you'll see, have you ever thought of doing the work from home? Never. So after the corona, you can see everyone is doing work from home, right? The kids can learn from home. Now even I am working in hybrid model. I go to 3 days to office, 2 days working from home, and in that way, I am able to manage my both the professional life and the personal life. So this is all the opportunities which we need to
Hello, ma'am, all there? I think there is some technical problem from ma'am's end. Sorry for the inconvenience. I think there is some network problem from USA, from ma'am's end. So we need to wait for some time. Hello, ma'am. Am I
Sorry, I got
audible, ma'am?
disconnected.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
about to
Sorry,
conclude.
ma'am. Actually, ma'am, they have started second session. They just thought
That's
that
okay.
there is some network issue. So I would like to express my gratitude to you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I think we were in conclusion, I think, ma'am. Na? Your
Yeah, I
topic
was
was
in
just about
conclusion,
to
so
conclude.
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are live in YouTube, ma'am. So audience are listening. But the second session is just about to started over there. You can see the screen. So for our YouTube audience, I would like to just express thanks to you, ma'am. And also, I would like to brief your session, ma'am, to our all the audience. Ma'am, talk about the education for women, as the well-educated woman can be independent. Ma'am, talk in her presentation that if a women are well-educated, they can be independent. And also,
dais,
ma'am, talk
and
about
happy
various
Women's Day to all the
challenges
beautiful women
like
there in beautiful
gender
sarees.
biasness,
I
unequal
felt so
payment,
happy entering
problem
here,
in job
and
at site, career break
I
due to
should
various
really
reasons,
appreciate.
and global
And
issues,
before I
girls plus
start,
boys.
I should rather
And also, ma'am
thank the
suggested
same
that there should be
college
a work-life balance
that they are
and
giving the best
family
staff
support
to
and
us
staff support should
in
be
our
there
organization.
so that they
Most of
can
these
better
staff in
balance their
our
work life.
organization are from
So
this
these
college.
all
So
the
kudos to you all.
problems and suggestions are
Saurabh
suggested by
Tiwari
ma'am.
is sitting
We are very
there.
thankful
He's
to
the
ma'am.
ex-student of
Very
this
thank you, ma'am.
college,
You have joined
and
us.
he
Yeah,
is
thanks.
holding the post of
And
project
in future also,
coordinator
we would like to
at
have
State Health
such kind of
Quality
seminars from your
Vigilance.
side, ma'am.
He works for the
Suggestions from your
entire
side. And
Chhattisgarh
hope
for
that you
some
will be
human
giving us
India.
such a chance
I really
again.
appreciate the college
So,
No,
and
surely,
all
thank
the
I'm
you very much,
students
ma'am.
honored.
for giving me
Yeah,
this
surely.
opportunity on this day.
Thank you very much, ma'am. On the behalf of
I
Agristan
don't
Mahavidyalaya.
understand why do we celebrate Women's
Thank you,
Day
ma'am.
only in India. My daughter is in Denmark. I said, tomorrow we are celebrating Women's Day. She said, what is this? Why do you celebrate?